The host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors. Welcome to your Hometown Health Show, brought to you by Triolgy Home Healthcare, the industry leader with over 30 years of experience in providing home healthcare services such as skilled nursing, physical and occupational therapy, home health aides, and other specialized care to your homes throughout the state. Please tune in every other week as we bring you a range of good information from specialists in the field to help make you more informed and living healthy.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to your Hometown Health Show. I'm Yolanda Santana, owner of All Bits Tech, an IT company. And tonight we have as our special guest Khadijah Ali from Margate Assisted Living and Adult Daycare, sponsored by Triolgy Home Healthcare. We have also Stephanie Houston and Jennifer Smith from Triolgy. Welcome, everybody, and good evening.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. So we're here tonight, again, like I said, to welcome Margate Assisted Living to listeners of the show and discuss how this agency works to provide optimal care for seniors needing assistance at home away from home. So, Khadijah, would you please tell us and the community a little bit about yourself and your company?
We're located at 521 Northwest 70th Way in Margate, Florida 33063. I've worked with seniors most of my life. I volunteered at Crisis Clinic in Seattle, also at DAWN, which is Domestic Abuse Women's Network, for 3 years. I am an ex-state ombudsman, and all this put together has made me more stronger for the role that I have as an administrator at Margate Assisted Living.
Okay.
And for the long-term care.
All right. That's a good start. Jennifer, would you mind telling our listeners and those who haven't heard anything about Triolgy before a little bit about Triolgy?
Sure. We're one of certified Medicare home health agencies. So we provide skilled nursing services, physical therapy, occupational therapy, psych nursing is one of our specialties as well. And we service anyone that has Medicare and is in need of our services. And you don't have to be coming out of the hospital or a rehab facility. If you're at home and you're struggling or need any of those services, you can certainly just give us a call. And we're more than happy to help get that order for you. You do require a physician's order to receive those services, but it is covered 100% by your Medicare benefit. There's no out-of-pocket cost, and there's no copay. So it's a great service to keep you at home, stronger, out of the hospital. It's just a wonderful service. And again, we work really well with Khadijah at her facility.
Perfect. So yes, Khadijah, you were telling us a little bit about your experience and how you got started with Margate Assisted Living. Tell us a little more. Tell us about your tagline, home away from home. What's it mean?
It is a home where the residents feel like it is their own home because they're a part of our family at Margate Assisted Living.
Okay. All right. And what is assisted living? How do you differ from Triolgy? And what are the different types of assisted living?
It is where seniors are provided the care and support they need when they can no longer live independently. That's where we come in. We house them, we feed them, we take care of them. All their needs are met. And if there's any medical needs, that's when the doctors and the nurses in Triolgy comes in.
Okay.
It's a home away from home. It's very home-like. It's set in a residential setting, and it's set in a residential setting, so it looks just like another home. You would drive by, you wouldn't even know it's an assisted living, and it's, I believe, six beds, so there are 6 residents that live there total, and it feels very home-like. I've been there several times myself, and every time I go, I can't leave without Khadijah trying to feed me or take snacks for my 2 children. And the staff is very warm and inviting there. So, and the residents there are very happy when every time I go, they're all smiling and complimenting me, which obviously I enjoy very much. So.
Yeah, I did. I was looking at the brochure, and it looks very homey. The residents are playing games, and it's very different from other facilities that I've seen. It kind of, definitely gives that feeling like you're among with family.
Thank you.
So, do you offer memory care?
Yes,
Why?
we do.
Why and when should someone place a loved one in memory care?
When they can no longer remember a lot of the things, and when it becomes too taxing for the caregiver that's caring for them at home,
Right.
because it does get a little too much. It's sad when you don't know, when you're trying to talk to your mom, you know she's your mom, but she doesn't know who you are, and can be very traumatic for you. So at that point, it's easier to let go and let the others take care of it.
Right. It's also, it's a matter of safety. I know
Oh,
Trilogy is a
definitely.
big proponent of safety, and what you don't want is your elderly or your loved one to walk away and you have no idea where they are.
Yep. Or be at the stove and turn it on,
Yeah.
and you're not at home. Or, God forbid, they fall in the pool. Or they fall down in the house.
Yeah, it's important to have every safety precaution at home as well, just as when you have a newborn, you have to do that with your
yes,
elderly as
most
well.
definitely.
So, what specialty programs does Margate Assisted Living offer?
We have special exercises that we do with them. We lotion their hands and feet every morning, every single one. We have specialty foods. So we have an Indian lady, we have an African American lady, and we interact all the foods for them too. So they're not missing the foods that they have at home, and it's all done by a certified dietitian.
Nice. Okay. Do you have any programs with regard to, besides memory care, like post-surgical assistance or dementia?
Yes, dementia, post-surgical respite care, hospice care. Just check with us and we'll see what we can do for it.
Right, right. Is there anything you don't do?
We try to take care of most of it.
All right, good. All right, so what is, again, there are people out there that just don't know. What is an adult daycare and who might benefit from services offered through a facility like yours? Is it complete, like they can't take care of themselves at all?
No, a lot of times it's when they can take care of themselves at home, but you don't want your mom to be home alone when you're working 10, 12 hours, even 8 hours sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
So you can drop them off with us in the morning, pick them up in the evening. They get breakfast, lunch, and dinner, activities, give them a shower. We take care of them the whole day. They're kept busy. And this way, if you're at work or you're running late, it's not like we're not on a time hourly like daycare, like children daycare.
Mm-hmm.
You have to pick your child up by 6 o'clock. No. You can come as late as midnight because I'm on site.
Right, right.
And this way, they don't feel abandoned. Because a lot of times they won't tell you. They know you have to go to work. And they feel bad that they don't want to be a burden to you. And yet they don't want to be alone at home because it does get lonely.
Mm-hmm. It does.
So this way they're among other seniors. They have the games, they take a nap in the afternoon. They get the lotioning in the daytime.
Yeah.
Somebody
Wonderful
to
for
talk to.
socialization.
Yep.
And then a lot of times it's a great stepping stone. And then again, if the family is torn and this is something that they're trying to decide if it's going to be a good fit, they can try it out and the loved one can, determine if this is going to be a right fit for them.
Yeah.
So you can bring them for a day or you can bring them for a week. And they can see if they enjoy it, if they like it. And so far, everybody that has come has stayed.
That's amazing.
That's a great
Okay.
sign.
That is a really good sign.
Yes.
I have a particularly difficult grandmother, so I don't know.
Bring her down.
Yes. Yeah. It's a good stepping stone for
Yeah.
daycare and then into respite and then into long term.
For sure. Okay. Who pays for it?
You'll be surprised. Most insurances do cover daycare. Humana covers it, Aetna covers it, Carewell covers it. And the rest of the time, the family pitches in.
Okay. That's really good to know. Okay. So, what would you say is special about your team members? How big is your team, first of all?
I have a very large team.
Okay.
We're 6 people,
Wow. Okay.
and we have 4 residents right now. So our resident ratio is very high. My team is excellent. We give the best service we can. And our staff and our residents really enjoy our staff.
It's good to know.
We cook on site. And if you say, okay, and your grandma comes in and she says, okay, I feel like eating a certain dish, we'll make it. We won't make it the same day, but we'll make it for her by the next day or 2 days max.
Right. That's nice.
So they don't feel like they're missing out from something at home.
It's nice. Yeah. Okay. So your team it's 6 people. What kind of training do they have? How experience?
Everybody's experienced, certified CNAs, home health aides.
Mm-hmm.
I have one CNA that's been a CNA for 26 years.
My goodness. It's a long time.
So you know it's a long time, and it's not that they're doing it. They're doing it because they care for the seniors.
Right.
It's not just a wage or a paycheck for them. They're there because they care about the seniors.
That's really wonderful. It's important that you have a staff that really cares and everybody feels at home. Family members, for the residents, family members can come and visit, right?
Anytime between 9 and 9. And if you're coming from out of town or you're running late, or some days, you might feel like, well, I miss Grandma. It's already 10 o'clock at night. Give me a call. You can still come.
Okay, that's good to know. All right, well, on that note, we're going to take a quick break. You are listening to your Hometown Health Show. I'm Yolanda Santana, and this show is sponsored by Trilogy Home Health. And we are with Khadija Ali. We'll be right back.
The opinions expressed on the following sponsored program are strictly those of the host.
If a tree falls in the woods and no one is around to hear it, does it make a sound? Have you ever felt that your voice goes unheard? And you think that you can make a difference if only someone would just listen? It's time for women in business to have a place to step into your power, a platform to embrace your hopes, dreams, and your visions, a voice to heal and restore. Your voice can make a difference. We have the platform to share your story and let your voice be heard. Be kind to yourself. Give yourself the chance to be heard and shine bright. Contact New Dawn Media by texting CAFE to 80800. That's CAFE to 80800.
Good evening, everyone. Again, I'm Yolanda Santana with All Bits Tech, an IT services firm, and you're listening to your Hometown Health Show. Again, our special guest is Khadija Ali with Margate Assisted Living and Adult Daycare, sponsored by Trilogy. So we were talking about how Margate Assisted Living sets themselves apart from everyone else, the competition. And we're talking about your staff and all the vast amount of experience that they have. You had somebody 26 years of CNA, right? My goodness, that's long. So apart from that, I saw you had a pool. Do they have to be trained?
Yes.
So they can...
They're all trained.
Perfect. That's a concern. I think you mentioned there was something that people were concerned about. Was it medication?
Yes, I was just going to ask about medication management at your facility as far as giving your residents their medications every day.
Everybody is certified for medication management.
Medication management? Mm-hmm.
We just did a 6-hour training.
Okay,
So
great.
every employee is certified in that.
Mm-hmm.
We have a nurse on staff. We have a doctor that comes every week. And if we need him in the middle of the night, he's available too.
That's great. I found that a lot of times seniors forget to take their medications or they don't take them correctly, and so they need monitoring. So I think
Yes.
that's a great service that you offer.
Thank you.
Do you train the caregivers if you have people coming in only for the daytime, but they're going back to their houses? Do you train the caregivers on how to care for?
Yes, we do.
Okay, that's great. That's good to know. All right.
And sometimes they don't want to go back home.
Oh, that's tough.
That is a tough one. We had one that didn't want to go home.
Yeah.
Do I have to go home already?
They probably were enjoying the company.
They were enjoying the company.
Right. Socialization is so important.
Yeah,
It is.
for sure. I know, because my grandmother, she complains when my parents leave. Where are they going? They're supposed to be back.
Yes.
They're always leaving. What's going on? So, how do you work with Trilogy Home Health? How do you work together? If you could explain an example or a scenario in which you would use Trilogy at your facility.
I have a very good example. I have a lady that wasn't talking for 2 years. We didn't even know she could talk. She would listen to you. You tell her something, she'll come and listen to you, but she would not say anything. Ask her, do you want to eat? She'll just look at you. You hold her hand and take her to the table. She'll come and sit and she will eat. I had Triology come in. First visit, she says, thank you. And we all turned around to see, did she say something? That's how good they are. 2 years, nobody heard this lady talk. And their speech therapist was there not even 2 hours. She sat, she held her hand, she talked to her. At first, she didn't respond. It wasn't like right away she said thank you. She just sat there and listened to her and listened to her. And finally, the speech therapist says to me, I don't know if we can do anything with her. I've sat here, and then suddenly she says, thank you. It's like, okay, so she means she wants you to carry on.
Yeah. That's impressive.
It's very impressive because I've had OT, occupational therapist, I had physical therapist, and she would do what they wanted her to do, but she wouldn't answer them. She wouldn't talk to them. If you told her, okay, Karen, let's go walking, she'd go with you. She'd hold your hand, but she wouldn't say anything to you. I don't want to do it, thank you, or no. She didn't feel like doing it, she'll just sit down. And that's it. But with this lady, we were all amazed.
My goodness.
I wish I had seen her 2 years ago.
That's really
It's
something
really
else.
something. It's really something. And I'm very happy with them.
That's really something else. That being said, can residents choose which company they'd like to work with?
Most definitely.
Okay.
They choose whoever they want to, and they choose their care plan too. They have that choice.
Right. Okay. But obviously with the job and the work that Trilogy does, why pick anyone else?
Exactly.
I think it was just a great connection, obviously, too, that your resident had with our therapist. And we do get a lot of patient requests back. So when our patients come off of service, they constantly request to come back onto our care. And it's because they had such a great experience with our nurse or with our therapist. So
Okay.
that's wonderful to hear.
That is.
Yeah.
She was here today.
What's that?
The therapist was there today.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Now the lady sings Baba Black Ship. Twinkle, twinkle, little stars.
So now she's singing?
She's singing.
Wow.
My goodness. That's a long way. She's come a long way. So what does a resident need to do that feels they may need services like Trilogy? Do they come to you? Do they ask one of the nurses?
No, as soon as we notice a change in their behavior, I go ahead and inform the family and the doctor.
Mm-hmm.
And right away we check into it and see what needs to be done, and we call Triolgy because they have it all.
Right.
They have it all.
They have all the specialists.
All the specialists.
And ultimately, it's to maintain census. Obviously, we don't want them to go out to the hospital unnecessarily.
Right.
Because as soon as anyone, especially with any kind of cognitive deficits, if they end up in the hospital and or rehab, they will decline faster, and a lot of times they don't come back to their prior level of functioning. So it's much more difficult to get them back to their home, and to get them back to their prior level of functioning. It's very difficult.
Yeah, I think it's very important to put those preventative measures in place.
Definitely.
So lastly, how can people get in touch with you or Margate Assisted Living and even schedule a tour or an appointment or anything like that?
They can call us at 754-205-7154, or they can even drop by. We're there.
And your address is
Our
521?
address is 521 Northwest 70th Way,
Margate, Florida.
Margate, Florida 33063.
Right.
And we have a website, margateassistedliving.com,
MargateALF.com.
margatealf.com, and margateseniorliving.com too.
Great. That's good to know. Okay. So I'm going to backtrack. You said you worked in Seattle. What brought you to Florida?
My parents live here, and they're 85. My dad went blind in one eye. My mom had to have a knee replacement, and she has AFib. So I just wanted to be closer to home.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I don't have any kids, so I just wanted to be their little kid again.
Aw. So so the caregivers can relate to you because you're a caregiver, not just for the people in your facility, but you take care of your own parents.
Definitely.
So that's important. that says it all right there.
Thank you.
That's a long ways from Seattle to Florida. My goodness. I hope you get out. How long have you been here?
3.5 years.
Okay.
And my husband is still there.
No.
Oh my gosh. That's a long commute. Yes.
Yes.
Or a nice vacation.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So, as far as Margate Assisted Living and the community, do you have any special events coming up that people should know about? Any open houses?
And schedule me for an open house. I don't mind. It's open. Come and tour me anytime you want.
You said, I think we spoke before the show, you had a grand opening. When was that?
That was March 8th.
March 8th.
The mayor for the city of Margate was there. The ribbon cutting ceremony. And so was Jennifer. She was with Vitas at that time. And we had over 100 people.
My goodness.
Wonderful. It was very well attended.
It was very well attended.
Definitely. Well, I'm definitely down to take a look at your facility and see what else you have to offer. These games that they're playing, chess, checkers. I know my parents
Sometimes they
played
play well, and
dominoes.
sometimes they're all on all those games are on the floor.
Well, you'll leave full. She does feed you.
Yes.
She'll force you to eat something when you leave.
Okay.
She's a great hostess. Definitely.
Thank you.
Yes. And then she always gives me snacks to bring for my children. So
So what else can you tell the community or listeners, anything that they should know about Margate Assisted Living and adult daycare?
It is the best.
Okay.
You will not be disappointed.
It's the best. Okay. Again, this is Khadijah Ali, administrator, owner for Margate Assisted Living and home and adult daycare. You can reach them at 754-205-7154. And the website is www.margatealf.com. Anything you wanted to add regarding Triolgy and how you work together?
I just think we have a great relationship. She does a fantastic job at identifying needs early. it being a nice, small, home-like environment. Her staff does a great job at having such a high staffing ratio to resident that you're able to really do a good job at keeping a close eye on your residents, and you know them all so well with the families. And I just appreciate that about you. And she was telling me a quick story about how one of the residents wanted something in particular, a food, and she was just able to bring them to the grocery store. They picked out what they wanted, and she made it for them the next day, which was very sweet.
Perfect. How can they reach Triolgy?
You can call me personally at 561-670-9213, and that's my cell phone.
Well, I would love to thank you all. Thank you, Khadija Aloui, for being our special guest tonight. I want to wish our viewers and listeners a great evening. You've been listening to your Hometown Health Show. I'm Yolanda Santana. This was Stephanie Houston, Jennifer Smith from Triolgy. Again, thank you. Have a great evening.
Triolgy Home Healthcare invites you to call our offices before making a decision about your home health and rehabilitative care. Different from other agencies, Triolgy offers specialized service that other agencies don't, providing exceptional care. That's who we are and what we do. Call us at 866-599-4959 or go to trilogyhomehealthcare.com. The opinions expressed on the preceding sponsored program were strictly those of its hosts, guests, and callers.